A very good Friday morning to everyone. This is Doug Campbell with Right Way Options and your morning market preparation video for August 4th, 2017. Well, my goodness, this market has been pretty darn interesting. Once again, we have the diamonds staged for a gap up open, a significant gap up open. And on the just tremendous exuberance in the market, just phenomenal exuberance in the market. And this will be the fifth straight day of a gap up to a new record high. And each one of those gaps have been held, and we've been unable to sell back to fill those gaps. Now, the problem I have with this is this extreme strength that we've got in the diamonds is not showing up in any of the other indexes. If we take a look at the Qs are actually popping up this morning, but they're still underneath resistance, and they have not participated in this move. This is an awful lot of weight hanging on just a few companies in the Dow that's moving us higher. If we take a look at IWM, the Russell 2000, this is just straight up bearish. Unable to hold support, breaking trend, and looking lower. Now, it's also trying to move up a little bit today, and we could get a rally here on this today, but nothing there that's would warrant a whole lot of confidence in the overall market. If we look at the SPY, now the SPY has not participated in this move, this big bullish move in the diamonds, but the SPY is actually showing a gap up this morning that could take out these highs. It's possible that the SPY might try to participate today. And that would definitely help. That would take some of the weight off of the diamonds itself. The diamonds have been lifting everything up. Now, my question is, and my concern is this what I consider to be a bit of over exuberance in the diamonds. When will that stop? I don't want to predict that it'll stop today or tomorrow or the next day or anything like that. I just want to be prepared for it when it does. Because if it does shift, if selling does come into the market, with these other indexes really not participating that much, it could turn pretty ugly pretty fast. And the other thing that we want to toss into that is this condition of the VIX. Now, the VIX has been signaling complacency for some time, and that can continue to signal complacency. Remember, we had a little shift lower yesterday in the market, just very quickly, and just on the fact that they're escalating this presidential investigation into the Russia thing, and that's getting worse. So there's some uncertainty brewing in the market. And then we're heading into a weekend. That's always an issue of uncertainty. But we need to be prepared with a plan in case this shifts. I don't want to predict that it's going to shift. I don't want anyone to believe that I'm suggesting bearishness, because there's nothing bearish in these index charts right now. Okay? Just the possibility that if the shift does occur, we could see a huge spike in volatility very quickly. And a little bit of fear can really move this market quickly. Okay? So if we start seeing some profit taking here, if we happen to see a pop and drop price action today, be very, very careful. If we happen to see a whipsaw up here, that could be and a whipsaw would be a move, the gap up open, a move down, and a whip back up. That could be signaling trouble ahead, additional volatility, and that can be really challenging in a market like this. So be careful, protect yourself, have a plan, Don't be overly complacent thinking this market's never going to go down, because trust me, it will. At some point in time, it will. And everyone will be thinking that the sky is falling when it happens. Okay? So just be prepared. I wrote in the morning note today that that I am not suggesting that the sky is falling. I'm only suggesting that there could be a storm forming on the horizon, and it would be better to have your umbrella with you than to walk out there with no protection at all. Have some protection, have a plan, okay? All right, let's talk about the economic calendar this morning. This is a big deal this morning. We've got the employment situation report. That's a big report that the FOMC follows very closely. It's been extremely strong this year. Employment has been very strong. The numbers have been extremely good. And there's no reason to believe that that's going to change. However, consensus this month shows that it could pull back just a little bit. I think the consensus number is around 178 or something like that. So, it's still very, very strong, and no concern there. No, one concern in that number that is there is that we're not seeing wage increases. We need to get some of those wage increases moving. We're a consumer economy, and if we don't start seeing wages move up, it's going to be harder and harder and harder for the consumers to continue to support this economy, as inflation is really starting to kick up prices, but it's still not moving wages. And after that, we have international trade. International trade, U.S. usually runs a significant deficit. That's expected to continue. However, it is expected to get a little bit better today. A couple billion here and there when you're $40-some million in a deficit is not a big deal, but that's what's going on. Let's see. On the earnings calendar, there's been about 100 companies reporting earnings today and will report earnings today. So make sure you're checking those earnings reports. Make sure that when the companies that you hold or are thinking about buying are planning to report, because that can be very, very damaging to an account really quick if you get surprised by an earnings report. Other than that, everyone, I want to wish you all a fantastic Friday, and I hope everyone has great profits today. Folks, if this is the first time you've seen this information, please do me a favor and click on that subscribe button. And if you could also, if you're seeing this on Facebook, click that follow button, because I do put out this information every day as part of my market preparation, and I just happen to share it with everyone. So if you find it useful, please subscribe or follow me, and then you'll receive that information or notification when I post this every day. Also, please feel free to comment on these videos and click that like button if you can. That does help me out. It helps those search engines have more people find this information that might be looking for it. So everyone, take care. Again, wonderful Friday. Great profits to everyone. And be safe. We'll see you back here Monday.